He used a word there he doesn't usually use, but no. But
why didn't you warn me of this?
It's profanity. We bleep that. Hey everybody, I'm Chris,
And I'm Bret.
We're back with another Pastor Reacts. So the old guy pastor, the new guy. No, but we've been going through the NF journey.
On the NF journey.
I'd say finished his new album.
Yeah.
We didn't do all the songs, but we did a majority of them, and so. Now we're on to...
You finally got to listen. So now we're on to what? Like, where are we in the journey?
So this is a little bit later in the journey, but I wanted to do this one because I think you'll like it.
So you kind of skipped ahead a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, this was off his EP or, I don't know, his Clouds project.
Okay.
So this was kind of a little bit different than some of the stuff he'd done before. So this was actually the album before his new one.
So by the time he put this out, he was kind of a thing?
Yes. So
Okay.
this was like
he
had just... put out his biggest album, The Search, and then he made Clouds, the mixtape. And so this one was a bit different, and I think you'll like especially the video. But there's a video with it, so you have to watch the video and listen to the lyrics.
Oh no,
which I know
I've discovered in this whole journey that I'm terrible at that. So
it's like
a little
and
grace
chewing
out
gum
there
for this
because
guy.
it's hard. Because I'm always paying attention to instruments and videos, and then there's always symbolism in all these videos that I'm supposed to pick up on.
You're
like
gonna
I'm
miss
trying
it
to
all.
interpret the apocalypse or something here. So, all right.
So yeah, and then leave a
that's
comment
fine.
of what we should do after this on the NF journey or something else. If we want to try something new.
That's right. I'm open to other journeys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Which you did do Greta Van Fleet.
I did Greta Van Fleet. Yeah, that's
He
right.
reacts with somebody else that wasn't me. I was a little
Feel
disappointed.
very betrayed.
Got
But that's okay.
replaced,
That's right.
But I'm
Yeah.
back. All right, here we go.
I notice he's into those kind of intros.
Calmly feel myself evolving.
I like that. That was. I was just sitting in the clouds, and then that
Switches
it
to
was
the...
I didn't know. I knew something was going to happen, but I didn't. My last prediction is that he would be sitting in a beat up recliner.
Yeah.
So, no, it was really cool.
Calmly feel myself evolving. Appalling, so much I'm not divulging. Been stalling, I think I hear applauding. They're calling. Mixtapes aren't my thing, but it's been awfully exhausting. Hanging on to songs as long as daunting, which caused me to have to make a call I thought was ballsy, resulting.
He used a word there he doesn't usually use, but no. But
Why didn't you warn me of this?
it's profanity. We bleep that. But so you haven't seen this. I have seen this numerous times.
Okay.
But so his music mostly is kind of the darker kind of stuff. We've talked about that before
Right.
on his journey, and so for the mixtape, he's like, I've had these songs that I've been sitting on and I've wanted to get out there. Plus this was like during pandemic and stuff. And so
that's okay.
He's like, so I'm going to try something a little bit different. So this isn't my typical stuff. So I'm trying some new things with his style and sound, and even kind of some of the, I wouldn't say happier stuff, but just not necessarily the stuff that he had delved into before. So that's why he's like, this is a switch for him. That's
Right, yeah. And I'm really bummed that there's no subtitles.
Oh, wait, can we put those on there?
Yeah, maybe.
There you go.
Oh, there you go. Ta-da. Okay, now I can
you'll
really
know stuff.
yeah.
Okay.
I was following it somewhat.
Well, let's keep going.
And what you see today, proceed indulging. As always, the one trick pony's here, so quit your sulking. More efficient.
So the one trick pony, because that's what he's always accused of. Like when a new album drops, they're like, this is the same NF. He's got the same style, the same sound, the same theme.
But even themes are like, he's kind of self-reflective and bummed out and everything,
Yeah.
so he's trying to change it up. Okay.
Yeah,
so
well, he says
there's
the
kinda his
one trick
pushback on
pony's
that.
here, so quit your sulking. He's like, I'm back. I'm doing my
So
thing.
at least he knows. Yeah, that was a critique. Yeah.
And that's what. Yeah, and I'd say even before the Hope album, he talks a lot about it in the Hope album that he's very much like listens to his critics and takes that in. Like he's very
Sure.
like he deals a lot with that, like that struggle of like people say this negative stuff about me. I've got to prove them wrong. I've got to work harder. I got to do all this stuff. And so here he's kind of making fun of it, but at the same time he knows I deal with this depression because people say bad things about me at times.
One trick pony's here, so quit your sulking. More efficient, got ambition, sort of vicious.
Yeah, it was
yep,
cool
that's me. Not artistic, unrealistic, chauvinistic, not those things. Go the distance, so prolific, postal cryptic, move swiftly, unsubmissive, the king of mischief, the golden ticket, rare sight to see. I stay committed, embrace the.
The transitions are so good.
They are. I'll give him that one. That was and the ones I don't see coming. So that's pretty cool.
But I again, like this style, and this is kind of him, but like that, just it's very bare. Like it's just strings plucking,
right?
And he's rapping over it, like in it as typical his songs build. But I love, to me, I like that because it's just it accents his voice more, and like the way, like even the rare sight to see, like the way he does different things with the music. I like that. Like it's not just straight, this is the beat and I'm going to rap over it like this, but it's like he changes up the cadence and things like that.
Well, I'm glad, and I'll give you that because one of the things I came to loathe really a whole lot was the classic kind of boom clap sound in a lot of pop music, not only hip hop, but that same, even the same sound is used over and over and over and over again. And he doesn't do that. It's a good point. He keeps rhythm by using other things. So yeah, that's great.
And he's still wearing black.
Still wearing black.
Rare sight to see. I stay committed, embrace the rigid. I'm playful with it. Yeah, basically too great to mimic. You hate your bitter, no favoritism. That's fine.
You recognize that girl?
I know I'm supposed to now that you've asked.
I think that's the little girl from the Happy video.
No, you're making that up.
Am I? Well, because this would have been 2 years later. I think that's her.
You think?
That's what I've been told.
Oh, you've been told.
I read that
okay,
in the
you got an
comments.
inside. All right.
So there. Now, doesn't that look like her? Right
okay.
there?
I
just picture her blowing out birthday candles.
I'm sure if I say no, people will say, what? You can't see that that's the same girl?
Too great
Is
to
you
know.
planning on that? Yeah.
All right.
You hate your bitter, no favoritism. That's fine with me. Create the riddles, put trade and civil, unsafe a little. Oh yes, indeed, it's plain and
Okay,
simple.
and he
I'm
can be
far from
funny,
riddle,
too.
Unbreakable. You following? I'm Bruce Willis.
So
Which it kind of reminds me of the theater video that he did that had some
Happy,
funny
yeah.
stuff. Yeah, it was good. Yeah.
and that's where, like, because some of his comedic chops are coming out in this, like which he is very funny, like his videos. And so this was kind of a different side.
Yeah.
For
Instead of
him
being
to show
the tortured artist guy. Yeah.
and that face is pretty funny. Okay, Unbreakable, like Bruce Willis in a train wreck. Did you ever see the movie Unbreakable?
Ooh, I think maybe
It's a great
It's
movie.
been
M. Night
so long.
Shyamalan. It's a great movie.
Oh yeah. I have seen it. It's been a while.
Unbreakable.
Unbreakable, you following? I'm Bruce Willis in a train wreck. I'm like trading in your car for a new jack. I'm like having a boss getting upset cause you asked him for less on your paycheck. I'm like doing headstands with a broke neck. I'm like watching your kid take his first steps. I'm like saying Bill Gates couldn't pay rent cause it's too broke. Where am I going with this? Unbelievable. Yes, inconceivable. See myself as fairly reasonable, but at times I can be stubborn, so if I have to, I will.
I like that he just transitions, but everybody else like flips out because it's like all of a sudden this guy just shows up in their house punching a wall, and she grabs a butter knife, is chasing him. But so yeah, but he's talking about being unbelievable. So something else in his videos, there's a lot of motion and movement, but they never show the impact of some of the violence. So like you'll see him swing, but then the next scene, his hand's through the wall. It doesn't actually show him hitting the wall. And there's some other things.
How long did it take you before you picked up on all that?
Well, as I said,
kind of impressive.
I watched tons of reaction videos and stuff, and so some of the stuff I picked up from that. I like when he drops new stuff.
That's great.
It's
hard for me to notice that kind of detail the first time around, but that's part of the fun.
And I don't know why he does that, but
Yes, inconceivable. See myself as fairly reasonable, but at times I can be stubborn, so if I have to, I will rock the boat. I don't tend to take the easy road. That's just not the way I like to roll. Shoot things probably unfeasible. I've done already a hundredfold. It's probable that I might press the envelope. Ideas so astronomical. Sometimes I find them comical. Yeah, incomparable.
he's got a chair.
That's a great scene.
Out. He's like, I'm not.
It's super creative because I don't know that I've ever seen anything quite like that before. It's points to him for thinking of something innovative.
You probably haven't been listening to the lyrics, but he's talking about.
I have a little bit.
Okay, yeah. So he's like things that you think is probably unfeasible. He's like, I've done that 100 times. Like he's talking about pushing the envelope. He's talking about doing all this again. Like this is one of the themes that he talks about quite a bit in his music. Is I do the work. Like I will put forth the effort to make sure that my stuff is great. And like things that you think like, oh, that's unfeasible. He's like, I've done it 100 times.
And that's how it made me, respect him because like I said, I want people to hear more and more of that because I think there needs to be, especially young people, I think that needs to be a thing, that know that if you want to get from point A to point B, you got to work for it.
Yeah.
I've done already 100-fold. It's probable that I might press the envelope. Ideas so astronomical, sometimes I find them comical. Yeah, incomparable. Replay value phenomenal. Beat selection remarkable. Slowing me down impossible. I don't rock no rollies. I don't hang around no phonies. I don't really got no trophies. I don't know why God chose me. Got something in the cup, ain't codeine.
I like those lines right there because he says, I haven't got any trophies. Was it slowing me down impossible? I don't rock no rollies. I don't play around. So that's Rolex for you. Person that don't get the slang. I don't really rock no rollies. He doesn't. So he's
okay.
like, I'm not.
I didn't know the slang for you. That's what I was waiting for. You fill in the blank. You what?
For you, I mean,
you near retiree. You yeah.
I probably saw the reaction video. I didn't know what it was either. But he's talking about I'm the real deal. Like he's like, I don't rock no rollies. I don't hang around no phonies. I got something in the cup ain't codeine. What does that mean?
I thought you knew. You're my guide here. I've heard of codeine. I know what that is.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe people drink it. I don't know. But I don't have no trophies. And so he's just talking about like I'm the real deal. Like I'm not going to present to be something I'm not. This is who I am. And that's kind of what the Happy video got at. Like with I don't have trophies. Haven't won awards, all that stuff. But puts in the work.
I don't really got no trophies. I don't know why God chose me. Got something in the cup, ain't codeine. Changed my style, they told me. Now they come around like, homie. Man, y'all better back up slowly. Back up slowly? Who are you kidding? How could you doubt me? I've always delivered. Ripping the teeth out of the back of my mouth. The closer you get to my wisdom.
It's one of the best lines. Ripping the teeth out of the back of my mouth is the closest you'll get to my wisdom. Wisdom teeth?
Oh, it was a good line.
It's
right
so
over my head right after the Rolex thing.
And so, and again, like talking to his doubters, like people that have doubted him and all this stuff, and he's like, you always come at me like, oh, they come around me like homie, like before they doubted him, but now like, oh,
yeah, I did catch that. I was doing things, and everybody told me I need to change, and then I didn't, and then now that I've proved myself, you're kind of sucking up to me, kind of stuff. Yeah, that's.
And that's true with a lot of success. Like, I mean,
absolutely.
You work really hard for it, and then once you get successful, that's when people start coming around and noticing, and like, oh, now.
Yeah, and before that, they're being very critical and thinking this is a dumb idea and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like, homie, man, y'all better back up slowly. Back up slowly? Who are you kidding? How could you doubt me? I've always delivered. Ripping the teeth out of the back of my mouth. The closer you get to my wisdom. See, my initial thought was the way, but what can I say? I had to come visit. Check on you guys. You doing all right? You're yearly socked. Yeah, that's what I figured. They cover their heads up whenever I drop. Shake the whole industry, put them in shock. Come out the clouds like a meteor rock. Then land on the earth like ready or not. Ain't no one like me to cream me the crop. Don't even front, but they give me some props. I'll pick up your body and throw it a block. Okay, I admit it. That's over the top.
So, what do you think about that? Because he's talking about like, it's kind of braggadocious, right? Like it's like, oh, like
right.
It's like I land on the earth, ready or not, come out of the clouds like a meteor or rock. Like, yeah. So he's just talking about like how good he is. Is that okay? Is that like? Because Paul talks about like in the Bible, like when I brag, I boast in the Lord. So is it okay to be like...
I mean, it's a reflection of confidence. I'm never a big fan of that sort of thing because the Bible literally does say, let another praise you, not your own lips, someone else, not your own mouth. So I'm never real comfortable with people doing that. I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to. I think it's I've always been curious about his relationship with the industry, whatever that looks like, because it seems like it's kind of adversarial and I told you so-ish, and so I think that's part of what's driving him. It doesn't make it comfortable for me to hear, but I guess I can sympathize a little bit.
Yeah, and I'll have to look into the background more. But yeah, I know he was signed to a label and then off of a label. And then so I don't know if he's independent now and does his own thing, like the NF Real Music. I'm not sure if that's his own thing or he was part of Capitol for a while.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he still is or not. But like I've heard this with the Christian music industry that they very much want to like, oh, you have to say Jesus this many times in your albums, or like there's certain things that they try to control you and what you do and stuff, and like, hey, you've got to change this. And he's like,
it's kind of out of the heart the mouth speaks kind of thing. And so you can tell there's a lot going on underneath this stuff, conversations that he's heard, people have said, and so it's a defense mechanism. But again, I'm not a fan of that sort of talk about yourself. For me, it's a little annoying, but I get it. It's
You do that all the time after you preach. Like, oh, man, did you hear how good that sermon was this week? Like, oh.
All the time.
That's
right. But it's okay for me. It's not for him. That's a pretty simple answer.
Check on you guys. You doing all right? You're yearly socked. Yeah, that's what I figured. They cover their heads up whenever I drop. Shake the whole industry, put them in shock. Come out the clouds like a meteor rock. Then land on the earth like ready or not. Ain't no one like me to cream me the crop. Don't even front, but they give me some props. I'll pick up your body and throw it a block. Okay, I admit it. That's over the top.
Well, maybe that's him admitting. That's like the over the top thing is him saying, "Okay, I probably went too far with that."
Yeah, and then but then he says,
"Call myself the cream of the crop."
that old joke.
That's
from the
right.
90s.
You gotta hang on there. Yeah,
those 90s
okay,
reference.
all right. Yeah. Okay. You do you, dude.
All right. This part.
Not there in the headlight looks every time I step my foot on the ground. I get mistook for a lame with no weight to his name. Ground just shook, let's not beat around the bush. Even my B-sides throw him off like how's he do it. Some say I'm a great influence, I don't know about that, but I did do the best I could. Hollywood, Hollywood, hope Nate doesn't go Hollywood. You think that you don't know me good? You think that you don't know me good?
I like that scene. I like that look there.
So side note, my son Shepard loves this part, and so he like whenever we first heard the song, he's like Hollywood, Hollywood. He like rock around singing that. Hope Nate doesn't go Hollywood. Yeah. So, but this is him kind of saying like, I may appear different because as he's gotten more famous, like his videos have gotten a lot higher production and a lot all that stuff. But he's like, look, I'm the same guy. Like I'm not changing based on my fame and all that stuff. And that's what I have appreciated about him, that like as he's gotten more and more famous, he's still the same guy. Like he's still the down to earth, hey, I'm still one of you type people. And so like hope he didn't go Hollywood. He's like, you think that? You don't know me good.
Hope Nate doesn't go Hollywood. You think that you don't know me good? You think that you don't know me good? Hollywood, Hollywood. Hope Nate doesn't go Hollywood. You think that you don't know me good? You think that you don't know me? I always advance. Say how I fail, you know I stand. Raising the bar, I gotta expand. Top of the charts, I'm setting up camp. Pounding my stakes, I put on my tent. Shoot for the stars, they fall in my hand. Stick to my guns, I don't even flinch. Can push all you want, they moving an inch. I rarely miss, you know I'm relentless. Ain't got a choice, no way to prevent it. Just who I am, and I don't regret it. See what I want, then I go get it. Follow my gut, I'm happy I did it.
So it says follow my gut. I always thought he said follow my God. I'm happy I did it. I don't know what it is. But this scene
kind of a big difference
is awesome. Like, and he really did this. I've seen the behind the scenes of it, and he's like literally walking as the cars are driving by. Like it's because they like have it all set up. It's really
I can see
cool.
it. I got this idea. What?
Yeah. But no, he's really walking as the cars are just going around and all this stuff.
He paid a high price for that one. Yeah. Go with my gut. Sure did. Yeah.
Yeah. It's really cool. But again, just like talking about. I'm gonna do what I stick to my guns. I don't even flinch. Like I have my vision for what I want my music to be, what I want my life to be, and I'm gonna stick with that. And so it's like even though like he's in the middle of traffic, it's like I'm not even flinching. I'm gonna stay like everything's coming against me, all this stuff, and that's why I like the visual of this shot because the other ones like he would kind of come into the scene and be like, oh, sorry, and all this stuff. And here he's like in the middle of the road. He doesn't even try to get out of it. He's like, this is who I am. Like this is I'm the guy. And actually, this song was pretty popular. It was on a Sony commercial. But here we go. Right.
Even flinch, can push all you want, they moving an inch. I rarely miss, you know I'm relentless. Ain't got a choice, no way to prevent it. Just who I am, and I don't regret it. See what I want, then I go get it. Follow my gut, I'm happy I did it. Beat all the odds, I ain't got no limits. Can it be stopped? You paying attention? I ain't gotta say it. They know where my head is. They know where my head is.
Nice stop traffic.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's like Christopher Nolan.
Very dramatic. That's true.
Yeah. That's
very cool video.
That's one of his best.
Yeah.
But clouds. Any thoughts?
Clouds. Yeah, I mean, a great video. It jammed. You know, like we were talking about the Braggadocious stuff. It was, okay. You do you, guy. Obviously, you are. So I can't say it, but I hope it doesn't cause him to fall eventually.
I don't think. That's what.
If you talk about how much on the top you are, okay.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah, and I think a lot of it though is pushback against how he's been like kind of pushed to the side, and like that's what the happy video is like. Oh, like I've arrived, even though you guys don't recognize me. He's like. I'm fine with where, like, and that's what that video I appreciate because he's like, I'm fine with where I am now. Like, and I think before he wanted the fame, he wanted the awards, he wanted all that stuff, and now he's like, this is who I am. It's great. So
that's exactly right. All right.
Thanks for joining us. Leave a comment of where we should react to next on the NF journey, or if there's something else we should react to.
That's right.
You want this guy to hear.
That's right.
Or me. Something new for me.
Open to all journeys.
So thanks. See you next time.
All right.